Hello, hello. We are back with some more Dicey Dungeons today. I had fun with this game. It's a pretty simple, easy to understand game, and I think there's a lot of potential there for it to be fun. I think at the beginning it's probably going to be pretty easy, but hopefully we could start to get into some more difficult stuff. And I think we're just gonna hold off on Yu-Gi-Oh until the next season starts. So on Monday we should be back to some more Yu-Gi-Oh. But at the moment, there's just not a whole lot for us to do, right? We're already max rank and all that, so might as well branch out a little bit and get back to this game that was actually quite interesting yesterday. We'll probably get to play some new characters and stuff today. We have, what was his name? The Thief? The Rogue? Thief. We got the Thief to play, and then it looks like we got like 4 more characters to unlock as well, so we'll probably just be trying out new stuff every single run. But okie dokie. Well, I can't clear my throat. Went on a little bit of a hike before, and now I can't fully clear my throat, but hopefully we'll just be fine. I got water. We'll figure it out. So let's get started, shall we? Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more Dicey Dungeons. We tried out this game yesterday, and it was pretty fun. I think a lot of the mechanics are pretty simple to understand. But there's some room for some complexity to come in there, especially when things actually start to get harder. So I'm excited to see where it goes from there. At the moment, we're just going to put Yu-Gi-Oh! On hold until we get to the next season and new cards and stuff. We'll probably start playing when the new season comes out on Monday, and when the new cards come out, we'll be able to do some new deck building. So we'll be back to that, but for now, we don't have a whole lot to do in Yu-Gi-Oh! So we're going to get back to playing some Dicey Dungeons. We might try some other stuff, but at the moment, this is the one that I picked. So we're going to go ahead and play a few episodes of it. We last time played the Warrior, and we beat the first episode of the Warrior. It seems like each character has multiple episodes that you got to complete. And then we also will unlock more characters as we go. So right now we have the Thief, so I kind of just want to try out the new character, because that tends to be the most fun things to do in these games, is just try out the new characters. So let's get started.
Oh, no,
A legally binding agreement to not sue us. It does seem like maybe there's a deeper story here where it looks like the person gets transformed into a die. I don't know if that's symbolism for something, or... See, he's even saying it like, you meant that dice thing literally? I mean everything literally. So tell me, Thief, what brings you to my arena of terrible fate? Okay, a dice. Good. Right, well, my friends don't seem to be taking this seriously, but I am. And I am going to win $1 billion. And what will you do with the money if you win? Anything I want for the rest of my life. Well, fortune favors the bold. At least that's what people who haven't met me sometimes believe. Let's get started. Alright, what do we got here? We got a level 1 frog and a level 1 robot. Let's go for the robot first, because we gotta go to the chest anyways. Alright, well, let's look at his stuff first. Minimum 3, do 3 damage, 3 uses this turn. So he wants to get high rolls. We also have this ray gun. Is that because he has it? Or... because we don't have, like, the reroll dice thing, right? Split a dice into 2. So this requires at least a 3. I don't know, what happens if I split a 1 into 2? I get 2 1s? I assumed, like, if I split the 3 into 2, it would give me, like, a 2 and a 1, right? Like, I thought the numbers would split. Maybe a 1 is an odd exception because it still needs to be split, but you can't go lower than 1. This is reusable. There's honestly, like, no benefit to using the ray gun at all, but... Okay, he got really high rolls. What the heck? That was very unlucky for us. So, we have unlucky roll. Roll 4 extra 1s ready to use. Oh, ready to use just means that we can use it right now. Do we need that? Do I want to test the splitter on anything else? It doesn't really seem that useful. Like, if this splits into 2, I'd be sad about it, right? Or would it even matter? That'd be more damage, right? If I did 2 2s rather than doing 3 once. Let's see what happens. Split it into a 3 and a 1. Okay, so I guess it isn't guaranteed to split it directly in half. It can split it like any way that the numbers add up. Can we kill here, or do I have to use this? Because I don't really want to give him another turn. And we can't kill here. I think we gotta use this. Got a whole bunch of dice. Alright, what do we got here? Pea shooter. Do 2 damage, it's reusable. That's kind of bad, huh? Is there anywhere where we could see what the thief's ability is? I don't know, maybe it was at the beginning. It seems to be that he steals like one of their equipment, huh? To use. I don't know if it's on a turn-by-turn basis or if at the beginning of the battle we just steal one and also use it. Broadsword's pretty good though, huh? We should be able to kill with this, right? Defeat an enemy on your first turn is an achievement we just got. Is there really? I feel like there should be a way where I could see what my special ability is, but maybe not. Dryad. Well, you're the only one we can fight, so... Dryad is strong against poison. Well, that shouldn't be an issue right now. Although, I guess we took one of their poison things. If you use a 6 on this, does it subtract from the next use? Probably not, right? This only does 2 damage, though. We actually rolled, like, way too high, which is awkward. Because I don't really want to use the poison thing. I guess we hope this splits into 2 3s, which it did. I don't know what strong against means. Does it mean they like take less damage from it? Does it mean it doesn't do anything? That makes me want to use the pea shooter. Okay, it does not subtract from the next round. Holy. Okay, this stayed the same, but that doesn't necessarily prove that it can't change. Okay, we got a whole bunch of threes. Oh my gosh, they keep rolling like such high numbers. If we need the limit break to kill, then we'll use it. Dang it, we finally didn't get the double threes. Yeah, it seems like we're gonna need to use this. Alright, we gotta heal. Got bump, which we had last time. Auto equips it. Oh, I keep pressing escape to leave. Gotta fight 2 people in a row. I guess we'll level up if we beat the alchemist, though, so we should be in an okay spot. Once per battle. These are all once per battle. Although, I assume that when he transforms into a bear, it might get new attacks. Start with this. We got double threes, that's ideal. Go here. Here. Do I want to do another 3 damage and then toxic potion? Because it's starting to seem like this toxic potion is not going to swap out for something else. I think that's probably the best use. Okay, they got low rolls. That's good for us, because they're not going to be able to do anything with that. That does 8 damage, though. That's kind of scary. Can we kill? Let's do this. We got a 2 and a 3. Can make that into a 3. So this is 8 damage. Plus 5 is not enough. But I think that's our best play. So do we get a different weapon now? Because we already used the toxic potion. Ooh, they get to hit us with 2 things. That hurts a lot. They seem to do them in order, though. Oh, we still have 4 poison left, so that's actually going to make it a lot easier, huh? Ooh, we do have the option to do this. Well, that probably doesn't matter, though, because we're going to level up. But it would be funny if we did this. I wonder why we got the new bear potion. I don't know the specifics on this character still. 4 and 1 is the least ideal. But this kills either way, so... Did I try trans? Well, we don't have quite enough, huh? Dang. Alright, we got a choice now. Poison Needle for low numbers, which is pretty good with our splitting, right? Reduce the countdowns on all equipment. That's interesting, but we only have one equipment that has a countdown, but sometimes our enemies have a countdown equipment, right? I feel like Crowbar sounds really OP if you can get the right stuff for it. I think I'm gonna go Crowbar just because it sounds like it could potentially be the craziest. Now, the one thing that I don't know is now we don't really have room for our opponent's equipment. So I don't know if that's going to mean that we can't steal stuff or we can only steal small stuff now. Is weak to shock. Well, that probably won't matter unless he gives us shock. No, he doesn't really have a way to shock. And weaken makes... It weakens once, so it makes one piece of equipment weaker, right? So we probably want to do this. Seems pretty good. Is there any reason for me to split dice here? I guess I should always split the 1, right? Because the 1 just splits into 2 1s. We can't kill if I use this, right? 4 more damage, that's probably not gonna help. That is funny, we took a 1 and made it into a 3, technically. Okay, he hit the... What changed about the lockpick here? Split value in 2. Oh, I think it doesn't split it into 2 dice? So yeah, we probably don't want to use that then. Although we're in an awkward spot where we have a 6. Actually, splitting the value in 2 would actually be worth more than using it on the pea shooter. And we could get a pea shooter use if I do that, which I probably should do. Because we just bump. Oh, I guess it'd probably just be better to just use the dagger, huh? It's, do I want to do 2 damage or do I want to do 5 damage? Probably rather do 5 damage, honestly. Ooh, he can't do anything. Good news for us. Okay, so we got away without really taking very much damage from that guy, so that's good. Duplicated dice, but it's big. Healing crystal, bandage. Duplicated dice. I mean, right now the crowbar is not doing anything for us, right? And the pea shooter kind of sucks. Duplicated dice sounds crazy. I can't buy two things. I think duplicated dice is the answer. And since the crowbar is not technically doing anything right now. Although, should I leave the... Well, if I take out the pea shooter, then the crowbar becomes worse again. The only reason I would leave the crowbar in is if we pick up a random piece of equipment from our enemies. Alright, what do we got here? We got an anvil down there. Sorceress is level 3. But we won't really be able to level up anyways, so I think we might fight the sorceress first. Alright, what else you got? 2 ice shards. Do 1 damage, get a new dice. That's pretty good. Do I want to first split the 5, hope I get a 3, duplicate the 3? I guess I could always bump the 2 to make a 3, huh? But I think we want more smaller dice. And we can use the other 5 on the ice shard. Give us a 4 and a 1. That's the worst outcome. Might as well do that and then do 1 damage. Okay, they got really bad... Oh, well, I guess they got the cauldron. Alright, let's split you. Make you a 3. Duplicate the 3. So I probably want to use the ice shard for sure, though. Maybe I should have... No, I think duplicating the 3 is really good. Duplicating a 5 wouldn't have been very good, so... Yeah, unfortunately when we freeze them, they still just get a new die out of the 1. Okay, we got Limit Break. We already just have a 3. We kill here. Or do we need to Limit Break? We got 5, 6, 7, 10. We're 1 damage short. I feel like that means we got a Limit Break, right? I can't really afford to let them take another turn. Alright, so if we beat the level 2 guy, we will level up. Ooh, that's interesting. That makes the crowbar a lot better. I think I might like the first aid kit more than the pea shooter. But it's very unlikely that we're actually ever going to use the first aid kit, right? Like, even that last fight, we used the pea shooter a single time because we had extra 4s. But that wouldn't have actually led to the first aid kit ever being used. Now the real question is, do I eat this apple before I fight this guy? Or do I save the apple for after I fight the haunted jar? I think we should be safe. Okay. Oh, let's lockpick. Nice, we got 3s. We'd love to see that. Are we just all out attacking? That seems like the best play. No doubles. Split the 4. Did we kill here? Yes, yes we do. Okay, so we didn't need to eat that apple. That was probably a mistake. But we were just being on the safe side. The real question is, do I want to fight this guy first? Before I try and up... Let's see what our upgrades can do for us. Dagger does +1 damage, which is pretty good. Pea shooter does 4 damage, which actually makes it maybe usable. On a 6, split into 3. Now that's interesting. Duplicated dice becomes small. That's also interesting. What about in here? Crowbar can be used more than once is kind of crazy as well. First aid kit just gets its countdown reduced by 4, which is pretty good. All of our stuff's pretty good, right? The bad thing about lockpick is it requires us to get a 3. But we do have bump, so if we ever have a 5, then we could easily make a 6. The question, I guess what I don't know is the 6 gonna be split, like divided by, like, it's gonna be split, because the 2 splits the value between the 2 dice. I assume the 3 is also going to split the value between the 3 dice, which actually doesn't... It makes it so a 6 is a lot easier to use with the dagger, but it doesn't actually... Like, I was kind of hoping it would give us, like, 3 3s, right? But I don't think it's going to do that. I think actually counterfeit duplicated dice is the best. Dagger's pretty good, though, actually. Dagger's really good. Because even 1s are going to do an extra 1 damage. And this is our primary damage dealer. And, like, anything that we could add right now, we don't really need too badly. Whereas I think the dagger is, like, mandatory. I think we do the dagger. Strong against poison. Double poison. Okay, well, that doesn't do anything because we don't have a way to apply poison. This is actually a pretty bad draw, huh? Ooh, that's also pretty bad. We can't even use a lot of these dice. Let's get a 3, duplicate the 3. I think that's our best usage, unfortunately. Oh boy, we really don't want to take another turn of that. Oh my gosh, we just keep getting the worst splits possible. And I don't quite have my ability, huh? It's pretty close, but that's unfortunate. We might be taking a lot of... Yeah, they got very high rolls, so we're going to take a lot of damage. Ouch. Oh, it did change to the other one, huh? So I guess it can change. Should I try to split the 6? That's not terrible. Alright, well, we took quite a bit of damage, but we'll probably be okay, especially with the apple that we got. Okay, we got 5 gold. We can buy, well, I guess we could buy this. Steals 1 gold once per battle. That's actually pretty good because 4 is like our worst number, right? We don't really like splitting the 4 because usually we have a bigger die to split. It gives us something to do with a 4. That's probably not worth it. The real question is, do I want a second lockpick? I kind of feel like the answer is yes. Once I upgrade counterfeit, like we're definitely getting rid of pea shooter, and we're probably going to put in that steal a gold. But once we upgrade counterfeit, then we'd probably use another lockpick, right? But I guess an upgraded lockpick. Well, sometimes we get like the unlucky splits, in which case we'd probably want like an upgraded lockpick plus another lockpick. I think it is the play to buy both of these things. It's going to use all of our gold, so we might not be able to buy the next thing that we see, but I think these are going to be high value. Okay, pea shooter, you're out of here. You go down there. We don't even like you, actually. We're putting pickpocket in as kind of like our random dump, and then hopefully we can upgrade counterfeit next. Well, we'll have to see. Maybe this gives more gold. I don't know. We'll have to see which one is the best to upgrade. Because essentially upgraded counterfeit is the same as upgrading lockpick, because all we're going to add is a lockpick. But upgraded counterfeit gives us more options, right? We could If we find something else cool, we could slot that in instead. Alright, what do we got here? Level 4, level 3. Level up in 11. That's not very close. So we gotta fight the snowman. Actually, we have to fight all of you, right? Yeah, we gotta fight all of you to level up. Start with the snowman. He's weak to fire. Oh, we do have our limit break ready, so that's nice. He just has a bunch of snowballs, okay. Let's lock. Oh, I should have lockpicked the 6, huh? I do that. Yeah, I should have used the 5 on the snowball and lockpicked the 6. That was a mistake. Dang it. I should just use the unlucky roll right now, huh? Because we're going to build up another one. Plus, this is 8 damage. So it's actually quite a bit. Ooh. Maybe we don't want to freeze him. I'm not sure. Maybe we do because it's only 1 damage. But freezing him gives him an odd number, and it could change some of the even numbers that he has into odd numbers. But I think we do probably still want to freeze him. Because it guarantees that the odd number that he has is only a 1. I am realizing now, though, that we only can do that with the even number once for battle, and then we have no use for 4s after that. So we do want to get to another lockpick soon. Yeah, here it took the 6 and turned it to a 1. But him freezing us is not that bad. Because there it took 2 6s and... made them into 1s, which is probably better for us because we probably wouldn't have had a use for the second 6 anyways. Iron armor needs 5. Reduce armor damage from each attack? What the heck does that mean? I don't know what that means. I guess some people have, like, done damage based on their armor? That doesn't seem like what it should be doing. Maybe it just means it reduces 2 from all attacks. And not from specific types of attacks. Which, that would be pretty good. To use this, though, because we do have a lot of extra 5s sometimes, we would need to upgrade Counterfeit, and then we could slot it in, and then we would also need to upgrade Lockpick, probably. Go heal. Should I do both heals? Might as well, just in case. Weak to ice. Well, that probably won't be an issue. He has 2 fireballs on even numbers. Oof. There's nothing to do with this 5, huh? The best thing I could do with the 5 is give it +1 and then use the fireball on it, but I think we get more damage out of me +1ing the 2 and duplicating the 3 then. Do I want to split the 5 here? I could just split the 4 instead, because we're not going to do anything with this 4. Is this enough? We're 1 short, huh? Surely I just want to kill him right now, right? I think we got it. Alright, what is this? Dodge next attack. Could be pretty good. Roll 2 1s. That's an interesting way to turn a 6 into 2 1s. I don't think these are quite good enough, though. Maybe if this was upgraded. Let's save and wait and see what we get there. Alright, he's got a lot of poison and doubles curse enemy. I do have doubles. Got a 5. Should I turn the 5 into a 6 so I can pickpocket? My other choice is get 1 more damage, which is probably not worth it. Save that one just in case. Yeah, there's no way. Okay, he does have doubles, so that's bad. %50 chance to fail. Okay, that failed. Well, at least it's out of the way, I guess. Do I want to curse him? Probably not. I think it was just so much damage. He has doubles again, but he probably will use it on his claws, yep. We can also do the claws this time, but he's strong against poison, which I still don't know what that means. Well, that was bad. Should I try this to see what happens? Oh, wait, do we kill? Okay, we're gonna kill either way, so let's see. What does this mean? I don't know. It doesn't say anywhere what's gonna happen, and I'm not gonna leave him alive to find out. Alright, we leveled up. Choose a reward. Skeleton key. Needs doubles. Set all dice to that amount. I mean, that could be really good if we force 2 3s and then just make everything 3s. Actually, but it uses up those 2 dice, so maybe that's not that good. Split a dice in 3. That's pretty good. Like the lockpick for us. Probably better than the lockpick, right? Or upgrade something. Upgrading something, obviously, also very good. The hacksaw seems like just a better lockpick, right? Because we end up with a lot of situations where one of the split dice is too big still. But we could get a second lockpick if we just upgrade the single thing. Let's do this. It's gotta be the... This gives us more options. Was there anything else? Oh, I wanted to see what this does. Just any odd number does that. That's pretty good, actually. Yeah, it seems like the crowbar is not actually going to pay off. But I think it was a good choice. Oh, this steals 2 gold. That's pretty good as well. Alright, what is this? Do we want to trade a lockpick for blight? No. No, I would not like to do that. What happens if you go back? Okay, it's still the same thing. So let's reorganize here. I guess I'm just going... I mean, iron armor could be cool, but I think we just need a second lockpick for now. It would have been nice to get the hacksaw, but I couldn't... Like, I wanted to get the upgrade as soon as possible. I think the hacksaw was better long-term. But in the short term, what we went with is just as good as a hacksaw, essentially. This is the most confusing board we've been to. Kind of got to get to the end before we could do the upgrade, huh? Weak to fire. Lots of big numbers. That's not really what you want to see. But I guess we do have it for this. We could use 2 6s on that. One and a 5. One and a 4. That was like the worst way that could have split for us, huh? Okay, let's see. Does this do more than 9 damage? Yeah, it did, right? Did it do double damage? I think it did double damage. Oh, he also takes double from burn. I mean, if we just use the wicker staff, we just kill him. Well, that made that easy. He just gave us a piece of equipment that totally nukes him. Buy 10 health for 2 gold. Survive the next fatal blow. Doesn't stack. Do 1 damage for every 1 poison. I mean, the fatal blow thing could be okay, but I guess we got an apple for 2 gold here. We would have liked that flight. Five and 1. Okay, that was good. We're gonna go ahead and use the 5 like that. 6 is going here. That's going there. I should just use the unlucky roll here. Do more than 20 damage in a turn with dagger is the achievement we just got. Split this. Add 1 value. Duplicate. We don't have any 1s, so we can't split a 1 into 2 1s. We'll do a weak attack first, that he can dodge. And then I think we just kill him, so it doesn't matter if we use the weaken, but it was an option. Actually, I guess splitting a 2 into 2 1s is more damage, right? Because a 2 on the dagger does 3 damage, but 2 1s do 4 damage. So it would still be more damage to split it. Okay, minimum 3. Oh, right, this guy's super annoying. And we have really bad dice for this. Let's do this. We did get a 1. I kind of feel like I need to do that over there. I guess I could split the 1 into more 1s. So I could do that twice. But right now I don't have a use for this 5, so I think I gotta hope that it becomes a 2 and a 3. It did, okay. So then do I dupe the 1? We'll do less damage, but we'll lock down 2 of his dice. Do that there. Okay, I think that should severely limit his options. Oh, he only has 2 dice. Lock all enemy dice is the achievement. I thought he had 4 dice for some reason. We got another chance to do that again, actually. I think we just gotta split both of the 4s because they're guaranteed to be useful for us, whereas the 5 is not guaranteed. And we can lock them down again. We can duplicate this. Well, if we keep getting that item from him, then we could just lock him down permanently. Ooh, this is kind of a bad hand for it. Well, we split the 4 and see where we're at. Okay, we can lock him down, so definitely just do that. And then split the 5. We got lucky there. This is kind of funny that the gargoyle just doesn't get to play. That's interesting because we could actually use this item's actually way better for us than like build-wise in normal circumstances. That item is really good for us. Reroll with a lower number. Lockpick. Alright, we got another lockpick. Do we sell things? Like, there's not a way to sell things, right? Not that I can see. Doesn't seem like we're gonna need this apple here. Do I eat one of the apples before the fight? Just in case. How close are we to leveling up? We will level up. So I guess I should just eat one of the apples. To give myself the best chance possible. That's not good. What do you have? 2 sad verses and a high note. Well, unfortunately... Well, I should still split the 6, because if I get a 4, it can be used on that, right? Oh my gosh. That's so bad. Okay, that's pretty good. So the 6 is just going here. We should just have uses for everything, so... Use the 4 here. And everything else, dagger attacks. Lockpick doesn't split the dice in 2, but it does split the value in 2. Which I guess could be good if this hits a 1 and a 4. Which it did not, so I think we're just not going to worry about that. Is this enough to kill? No, it's not going to be. Kind of sucks, but I don't think... I mean, she might get to the high note, but I don't think it's going to actually kill us. She did not get to it. I mean, that's fine. I was only bumping things that were less than that anyways, so... we could actually use that for the 6. Let's start with this. That's good. Yeah, we easily kill here, so it doesn't really matter what we do, but might as well kill her with her own move. Alright, we're max level. We got the extra dice. Let's go upgrade. Am I upgrading a lockpick? Oh, no! I'm so stupid. Why did I press that? I got confused. I thought like left side was go back to the inventory. Oh my gosh. Okay, what? That was very dumb of me. I did not mean to do that. I wanted to upgrade a lockpick. Hopefully we'll be okay though. Okay, it's the same person as last time. Okay, we probably just want to use our unlucky roll immediately. Yeah, the lockpick would have been so good here, too. We do have 2 5s for this tower shield, though. Dang it. I can't believe I messed that up. It was just like purely a misclick. That was not the button that I meant to press. But I thought that the left button, like, you know, most of the time left buttons cancel in games. So 6 is useless to us. I guess just about everything is useless to us here, huh? Shouldn't use the broadsword? I guess the shield bash was doing more damage than the broadsword. Well, actually, she had a 6. The broadsword would have done 8 damage on that, right? Kind of weird. So, let's split this. +1. Duplicate. So the real question is, do I use the second 4 there, or do I split it and do 2 more attacks? Because we'll do 6 damage if I split it. Let's try and shield it all and see what happens. She got a lot of shield. Ooh, we got the other one. That's not what I wanted to see. Please give me a 2 and a 3 here. Yeah, there we go. Duplicate that. +1 value to that. Is this... No, she has too much shield. There's no way. We are probably going to take some damage. She got pretty low rolls, though. Ooh, we got the broadsword, but we didn't get a high roll. Although the broadsword is still better for a 3 to be used like that. And then I should duplicate. I should have added 1 to the 3, made it a 4, used it there, and split both of the 2s. It was actually a mistake, because now I have nothing to do with the +1. I guess I could still +1 one of the 2s. That's fine. I could split the 2 and then +1 it, and it still gives me the value. Oh, and I could split the 1 here, actually. Splitting the 1 is worth more. It's time to spin the wheel. Just spin it. I'm starting to think this game is rigged. This is the second time we spun the black space. But don't lose hope. Your time in the dungeons isn't up yet. Alright, well, we beat the first episode with the thief. It looks like there's 6 episodes with everybody, huh? And next we have like a robot? That looks cool. Yeah, the robot. So does it say anywhere what your special ability is? Like, I figured out that your special ability seems to be to take one of the opponent's things. But it doesn't say that anywhere. But now we got the robot. To unlock episodes, play a game with 5 contestants. I guess then maybe we could choose which episode we're playing after we do that. Well, that was a fun one. So far, it seems pretty easy as long as we're doing, like, the first episode with the characters, right? I assume it's going to get a little bit harder. And then we still have, like, the bonus episodes. I don't really know what happens when we do the Halloween special and the reunion one. But right now, we're just trying to do the base ones and actually unlock the characters. But the thief was fun. I liked the dagger. I liked when we upgraded the dagger. And the strategy of, like, trying to get small dice constantly was very interesting. I wish we had been able to get that hacksaw, but I don't regret my decision to upgrade the crowbar there. Or was it the crowbar? No, it was the... What was the thing that we upgraded? I can't remember. The one that became smaller. The crowbar was something else, but I don't regret that decision. I think we got put in an awkward spot where I was choosing between 2 really good things, and I picked the one that was more versatile, I think. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed. Like I said, we'll probably be playing at least the robot, and then we might get back to Yu-Gi-Oh! From there. But we will be back with at least a little bit more Dicey Dungeons, so hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Alrighty, I'm gonna take a quick break, fill up my water, and then we'll be back, do another one, and that might be it. We could do some more, but with not a whole lot going on, I think I might just take it easy, and maybe we'll just do the one more for today. But anyways, I will be right back. Alright, give me just 1 second here. Alrighty. Well, let's get into another one, shall we? We could try out this robot fella. Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more Dicey Dungeons. In the last one, we tried out the Thief for the first time, and it was a pretty fun run. I like the idea of like trying to make a whole bunch of small dice and then make as many of them as possible and put them all into the dagger and just keep stabbing. It was a fun idea. And today we got another new character to try out. We got the robot, so we'll see what he's all about. So why don't we just get started, shall we? Tries hard. Too hard. The robot. The robot just seems happy to be here, honestly. I want to eliminate my need to sleep.
Oh, no.
With an extra 8 hours a day, I could truly become the best me I can be. Why not just play for immortality? Then you'd have all the time in the world. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. All the research shows that personal change is more sustainable if you start small. I'm gonna try for immortality next time. There won't be a next time. Just try to make the most of this one. In you go. Alright, what do we got as our like base thing? We got a pea shooter and a plasma blaster. Well, we don't really like the pea shooter, but okay. Let's go to the frog first so we can get an extra piece of equipment. Auto roll. Jackpot guaranteed. What the heck are we doing here? Hold on, let's see what this guy does. He's got a broadsword and a small shield. So, I guess this is how we roll our dice? What happens when we get to the target? Did we just happen to roll a 1, or was that guaranteed? I don't know if we could have busted there and gone overboard. It seems like we got the jackpot, so I guess we got lucky. Lucky shot, do 5 damage, regenerate health, 1 more roll. But we only have 1 plasma blaster, so I think we just want a lucky shot, right? I don't think we're going to be able to kill him, actually. Because we only have 1 die above a 1, and it's a 6, so it can't be used for the plasma blaster. We can't kill him by 1 HP. Oh my goodness. He's going to hurt us a lot. Ow. Okay, we got a 6. Oh. Okay, so you don't want to go overboard. That's very bad. I didn't realize it would be that bad. I thought it would just not give me any more dice. We're just gonna die, huh? That was unexpectedly bad. Do we do this? We need to regenerate some HP, I'm thinking. Alright, we messed up a little bit, but now at least we understand what's happening. Cheat code. Increase jackpot range this turn. Okay. I'm not sure how to feel about this character, especially when we saw that you can, like, bust in 2 rolls pretty easily, which is an issue. Like, do I just stay here? That first turn really messed me up because I was 1 away from busting and I rolled a 1, which I guess is just almost never gonna happen, right? So I guess what you should do is use your dice and then try to roll an extra. Okay, I kind of get what's going on here. It limits a little bit the order that you can do things in. Are you kidding me? Only a 6 would have been bad there. I guess I shouldn't have taken that risk. This is making it very difficult, like... That's interesting. I thought it would go up, but it actually increases the range to go down, huh? Yeah, we got some problem. This guy might just kill us, like... We keep rolling such high numbers that don't actually accomplish anything for us. I guess I gotta try. Like, I can't do any damage to this guy. I keep rolling numbers that don't do any damage. I swear, we only roll 6s, which are completely useless on this character. I might as well roll again. Okay, well. Let's do that, and that. I'm telling you, we only roll 6s on this character. It's crazy. There's another 6. We're gonna die. I can't deal damage to this guy. Okay, but I can auto-roll here. And it does give you all the dice for it, so that's nice. We're gonna level up, right? Well, we can't actually kill him with our current dice. So I guess we just lucky shot him. Okay, this character, I'm gonna die with this character. It is not going well. Plus 2 extra CPU. I assume that's like jackpot range go up. Oh my gosh, I keep pressing escape. Alright, this character does not work how I expected, and it's gonna be difficult. A 6 is the worst way to start. Well, there's nothing I can do with the 6 besides that, so... Yep, we got 2 6s. That's crazy. Alright, 5's good. 5 is the best number for us. Got a 1. Alright, there's another 6. We need something to do with 6s, because apparently we only roll 6s. Five. 3. Hey, we got a jackpot. That's great news. I think we just want to use Lucky Shot, right? That or heal. But if we roll one more die, then we could trigger Pea Shooter, but that kind of sucks. Why would I not just Lucky Shot if I'm going to do that? I think this character, we're going to very often have health problems. But I do think that in this case, killing this guy is going to be more productive for us. Okay, we start with a 6. I feel like I have to use my ability, huh? I don't want to take more damage. I can't do damage to him unless I Lucky Shot. Oh boy, this is I didn't realize the robot would be a gambling character. We do level up after 1. I think I should eat 1 apple. Starting off with a 6, not great. We need this cheat code. The fact that it can't use 6s is really obnoxious. Alright, well there's another 6. Wait, I didn't get to read that exactly. What does this do? On 4, you can reuse this. Oh my goodness. 3. 6. We've got another 4. We're dying. I think we just use the auto roll. And then we're gonna level up, so we might as well just Lucky Shot you. Although, are we even gonna be able to kill you? This is only for this turn. We still didn't even kill him. Did he kill us with that? No. We have to use this. Oh boy. I feel like we're so often on the edge of death with this character already. Okay, immune to errors seems like a good one for us. Do damage double on jackpot. That's pretty good, but I think very often we're getting high damage numbers when we error, right? So I think we want the Buster Sword. And that's going to give us something to do when we actually overflow. Even. Do 1 damage. Add 1 attack each roll. Okay, so we'll see if that's even any good for us, but let's go here first. What do we got? Combine dice. Can you get a die that's higher than 6? Double dice value. Max 5. Do 1 damage. Get new dice value plus 1. See, this makes me think that you can't go above 6, right? Because it's max 5. This would be a good way to just get a better die. I really want this one. I think this one's really good. I don't know if this counts as a new roll for the mechanical arm or not. I guess we'll have to figure that out. And then the real question is, do I want to try and get this? Could be pretty good as well. But first we gotta fight this guy. Changes equipment every... Oh, he changes equipment, not our equipment. So he's got a bunch of boots. Okay, we start with a 4, which means we should just roll another die, right? So a 6. We still don't have a good use. I guess the Buster Sword can use a 6. Wait, what happens if I do this and then do this? I then get a jackpot, right? Yeah, okay. I don't know if that was the best way to do that because we did have a 5 that would have done a lot of damage. The real question is, do I roll another die? Or do I just lucky shot take my 5 damage? I mean, lucky shot's the best, because even if I roll another one with mechanical arm... Wait, did this count for mechanical arm? I don't think it did, right? Like, even rolling another one doesn't do as much as 5 damage. So... So he's just guaranteed to do 6 damage. Okay, we got our limit break. Should we just use it? Seems like a pretty good usage. And what do we got here? We got a 4 that we can make into a 5. We can use a 2 to do 5 damage. I really, like, cheat code doesn't seem that great. It almost has never actually done anything for us. So by the time you actually have an odd dice for cheat code, you're usually about to go over anyways. So do I want to roll another for this? I think I just regenerate. So yeah, that doesn't count for mechanical arm. I'm gonna do this. 5 damage here. 3 here, 2... We need to get rid of this pea shooter, it sucks. This could be like a potential... Can we kill here, though? Yeah, if we just do this... And this is a kill. Maybe I should have gone for the jackpot, just because I could have just used the Buster Sword, if all came down to it. Alright, do I want to get this or not? I don't think so. But I guess it would get rid of the pea shooter, which is kind of useless anyways. I think we look for something better. Where are we? We're just kind of in the middle of this room, huh? If we go this way, we get access to a whole bunch of things, including a heal. So I think we want to go that way first. It's weak to ice, but we don't have that. He just has 2 fireballs, which have to be even. Okay, we got a 5 first. We got a 1. The real question is, do I do this? I think I do. Ah, it didn't work. Go do that. We went overboard. But that's okay. That's probably the best way we could do it. It was 1 even, but it's a lot of damage. Let's immediately do that. Do we kill if we do 5? I don't believe that we can. It's pretty close though, huh? If this was a 3, I would use it. But it's not. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of damage. I maybe should have healed. Oh boy. I guess we gotta just do this. Oh, wait, but now I can do this, which I probably should. Or should I just wait and use it on the next fight? That's maybe a better idea. This guy seems to be all about taking a bunch of damage and using your limit break as much as possible. Do 3 damage. That's probably better than the pea shooter. This build is really weird. I don't really like cheat code. Fixed payout. Use an additional jackpot ability. Is that forever or just this turn? If enemy rolls that dice is locked. Interesting. An additional jackpot ability seems really good, but... I really like the small shield. But I guess maybe that was a bad idea because shielding damage doesn't count as taking damage. Which we've kind of been needing to take. We could just leave. I don't want to do that. We will level up after this. Strong against poison. Alright, let's just auto roll. And since we're going to level up, we just want to get rid of you as quickly as possible. Huh? I don't think there's a way we can kill, though. Yeah, the ray gun's not... Like, it's better than the pea shooter, but it's not that great because we don't really get enough dice to do that quite yet. So a 1 that just does 1 free damage and then turns into a 2 is pretty nice. Do I want to block some damage or do 4 damage with it? Well, we're gonna level up, so got a 6. That's unfortunate for us, but I think we'll be okay. A 1. A 1 is probably always just being used right here, right? Wow. I mean, that's gonna make the mechanical arm do a lot. Just keep rolling 1s. Okay, we gotta be careful because now a 6 does destroy us. We're 1 damage off, but we could just do this and then hit with the mechanical arm, right? So, I mean, if that happens, then the mechanical arm really pops off. Let's see what all we could get by upgrading. Oh my gosh, I keep pressing that. Okay, let's start with the backpack. Pea shooter is terrible. Increases the range by 2. Ray gun. 4 damage. Makes it definitely better. Plasma blaster no longer is locked to 5 is pretty good. Small shield, shield plus 1 is pretty good. Buster sword, damage plus 2, really good. Mechanical arm no longer requires an even. It's probably not that relevant. And then the bump blade being used twice is pretty good. There's a lot of really good options, right? Buster sword, plasma blaster. Like, the Buster Sword is obviously just a better version of Plasma Blaster in every single way, right? But the thing is the Buster Sword we can always use. The Plasma Blaster we currently can't always use, which is why we might want to upgrade it. Mechanical arm seems kind of weak. I do like the idea of the small shield. More, I'm afraid that later on, like right now, we're taking a lot of damage and using it to win fights, right? But later on, we can't afford to keep taking so much damage, so we might need the small shield. But I think the bump blade, especially if we get... Oh, it's so tough. Because right now, like, what happens if we get a 6? It can only be used on the Buster Sword. guess the ray gun could use the 6, but that's not ideal. I want to upgrade so much of this stuff. I think Plasma Blaster is something that we could potentially get rid of, though, for something else, right? Maybe the small shield. Ah, but Buster Sword is so good. Let's upgrade Buster Sword. It's the best thing, and we're always going to use it, right? There's not going to be a turn where we don't use Buster Sword. Alright, let's fight the vacuum. Okay, we did also increase our CPU. What do we want to do here? Is a tough situation. Do this. So then we can do this. And, ooh, okay. Maybe I should have done that differently. I should have used the 4 expecting us to get a lower number, right? Or expecting us to get a higher number. I was saving the dice when I shouldn't have saved it. Okay, I think we just always auto-roll whenever we have it, especially if the fight's going to keep going. And then I don't think we're close to leveling up. We do have an apple after this guy, though. Can we potentially win if we lucky shot here? I think we can win. Let's take lucky shot. Let's do that. 5 damage here. Ooh, did I calculate wrong? No, we're fine. As long as we have mechanical arm. Okay, was there anything we wanted to grab before we leave? I do like that idea, but I think it's just going to be too inconsistent for us to actually grab. The weird thing about the robot has been all of our equipment's small, right? Usually we have like a large piece of equipment. We need to kill everyone to level up. Let's start with this guy. Keymaster. What do you do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unlocks Keyblade, return the dice. Unlocks Keyblade, return the dice. Okay, I don't know what the Keyblade is. It might require like another 1, right? I'm not sure. We get a 3. Get a 4. And we got a 6, so we jackpot. It seems like maybe roll another die situation. But 5 damage is pretty hard to pass up. We rolled a 6. So am I doing this just because we have a 3? And use a 4 here. Do that. Use a 6 to deal 5. And a 6 to deal 8. Okay, how does this guy's stuff work? He only rolls 1 die. I didn't realize that. What happened? He gets a 4 back. I don't know if the Keyblades do different things. It kind of seems like why even bother having the unlock the Keyblade thing happen if he's just going to use it on that anyways. Alright, let's start with this. Can we kill here? We do 4 plus 8 plus 2. That's a kill, right? See, I didn't really figure out what that guy did. He died too quickly. Roll 2 6s. It seems like if that's not upgraded, it's just too difficult to use. Let's see what you do, actually. Blind 2 dice. I don't know exactly. Maybe I can't see the values. 1 damage, plus 1 each use. So I probably want to bump blade. Or do I want to bump one of the 5s to a 6 to use for the Buster Sword? That's probably the best use. And go like this. Yeah, there's no world where I can even try and roll this die and do anything else. He did get a 4. Okay, what does this do? Cannot see dice values. I can't even see my target? Oh no. How do I place them in things if I... This seems really bad. That was a 1. Oh no, it does 1 damage, so I have no idea what it was. That was a 5, so that means it was a 4 beforehand. So we got at least 4 on here. Okay, there's a 3. Oh, that got cursed. That sucks. Okay, that's... Does this work? Okay, that was a big number, apparently. Got a 2. Okay. That was... Probably went as good as it could for being blinded. He didn't get a 4, so we don't get to get cursed, but we will get blinded again. That's pretty good. 3. If I do this, then the Buster Sword will kill no matter what. Okay, blind is like the worst thing that it could be for us, huh? Like, our build does not work well about blind. Juggling Ball. Do damage, get a new die. I mean, the mechanical arm is pretty good. Usually we do more than 3 damage with the mechanical arm, right? But we do get a new die out of the juggling ball. Because a lot of times we're not actually using all of our items, right? The juggling ball will help us use all of our items. Or at least more of our items. We're probably losing like 1 to 2 damage most of the time. But we could be gaining like 2 shield instead. Or doing the damage on the reusable thing, right? I'm gonna take it. Because most of the time our big numbers we want to use, like our 4s and our 6s, we want to use on the big weapons anyways, so we'd only use small stuff on the juggling ball. Let's try it. Oh, it just replaced it already. Alright, we don't really need the healing yet. We will level up, so I guess I should just grab the healing. Alright, what do you do again? Right. I don't really know what you do. Alright, so 3 seems like a really good choice for the juggling ball. We get a 5. Do I do this or do I use a smaller number? We could use the 5 on the plasma blaster. Let's do this. Use this for the shield. The 5 on the plasma blaster. Use the ray gun once, and then that's perfect. We got a big number. So we want to like save it, so if we get a big number, the Buster Sword's good. Unfortunately, if we gotten a small number, it kind of would have just sucked. But then we have another chance to roll a big number after that. Ow. Alright, we got big damage here. I think we are going to take this damage. Let's do that. Juggling ball gonna do die. 2 to 5. It's like if I get a 4... Okay, this was ideal. I was like, if I get a 4, like a 3 or higher, then we're in a good spot. If I get something smaller, then it's kind of useless, but this was probably the way to go. Should we roll another? We're gonna be full health after this. This won't kill though, right? No matter what we do. 5 damage is the best that we can get out of that. Oh, that stays unlocked forever? Oh boy, that hurts. Okay, I don't think there's any reason to use the auto roll though. Okay, we just kill with this, so... Alright, what do we got here? Reduce CPU counter. Why would I want to do that? Why would I want to reduce the CPU counter? I'm kind of confused here. I guess to try and, like, if I'm already close to, like, force it to hit a jackpot? Is that how that works? I could see why I would want to increase the CPU counter, but, like... It's not even that good, right? Like, most of the time I just have other uses for my die. I don't think this is worth it. Maybe we'll see what it does if it gets upgraded. Alright, where are we? Oh, here we are. That's the exit. This would give us access to healing right away. This gives us access to a shop and an upgrade. Let's get access to the healing right away, just in case. Alright, we haven't seen you before. What do you do? 6-shooter. Needs a 6. Ooh, okay. So he's just trying to roll lots of 6s. Gotcha. We're just gonna auto roll. This is a potential for a roll one more dice situation. Because one more dice could become multiple things right now. Let's wait on that, because we can do this. This is the optimal use for the juggling ball. And that's kind of the optimal use for the bump blade. And then that's probably our best use for the 2. So I think rolling one more actually doesn't help us. I think we just want a lucky shot. Oh boy, he got a 6. Wait, what? Oh, because he gets to roll 2 6s out of it. Oh, that's really bad. I was like, why would you do that? Now I realize. I realize why he would do that. Okay, let's start with that. That gives us a 4. He does a lot of damage. I kind of want to use... But then the 1 does nothing. Although the 2 is not doing a lot. We're going to use the 4 on the ray gun, right? Because it's either do 6 damage or do 7 damage. I would rather do 7 damage. Yeah, you can almost always get to the 2 6s. Alright, well you're always going here and that's just gonna kill you, so that's good enough. Okay, that hurt a lot. Let's go ahead, grab that health. Dice value, I don't really need that, I don't think. Okay, we've never seen you. What the heck do you do? Do 3, inflict shock. All of these are once per battle, and then change the weather. Let's see. So she probably goes through all these and then does the mood change. I think we're just going to start off with an auto roll here. And we rolled a lot of different dice. And this would be like a big mechanical arm play, but it's no longer available. Do I want to regenerate? Well, let's first play out the turn and then we'll figure it out. Threes are, well, 1s don't really do it. I only have 1 use for a 1, huh? We don't have a lot of uses for low dice, unfortunately. But at least 3s can be used with ray gun. So I think that I want to juggling ball the 2, or maybe juggling ball the 1. Now juggling ball the 2 is better because we're not going to be able to use them all anyways. And then 2 shield. Okay, what does the most... Like, we probably want to use the 2 on the Buster Sword, right? So if we use the 4, it does 3. If we use the 3, it does 6. We use the 5, it does 9. Then I could do 2, 11, 14 damage. Or if we use the 5 here, that's 5. Plus 3 is 11. That's 15 damage. So that's slightly more. And then what do I want out of this? Let's regenerate, because this floor is going to take us a long time to actually level up. That's probably fine, as much as I would like to use that in there. Okay, we jackpotted. We're in a weird spot where maybe I do just, because this one has no use, right? We do that. We do that. We do that. Do that. Do that, and then we regenerate. Wait, it just changed to lightning again? Plasma blaster. That sucks a little bit. Oof. Yeah, we're not very good at hitting jackpots naturally because we did not build around that at all. Like, here's a situation where we could just use an odd number and hit a jackpot. But the jackpot, like, kind of falls off a little bit. Can we win here? That's the question. Yes, yes we can. Alright, what do we got here? We got an apple for $3, spiked shield, which we saw before on the warrior run. Force field. Add 1 shield, add 1 each roll. Okay, so it's like the mechanical arm except for shielding. But it seems to be a big piece of equipment. Which is probably not ideal for us. The real question is, do we want to buy some of the food? And I think we should. We gotta fight a lot of things. Alright, do we have anything cool in here that I want to see? Just makes it 3 uses. See, this is crazy, right? Roll 2 6s off of 5. That's actually, like, usable. And this just becomes reusable. Which is interesting. I don't really like the ray gun. Thinking if we can Midnight Charm. But without the ray gun, we don't have anything reusable. I do think the bump blade is really good. Being able to just use it twice. Really wish we had, like, a good way to just keep using a whole bunch of 6s. I don't think we do. Yeah, let's upgrade those. Alright, we don't know what this guy does. Oh, he's got the battle axe do 2 times damage. Right. Do 5 damage, lock 1 dice. Also hurts a lot. Starting with a 6 is not ideal. 4. It's pretty bad. We didn't get a whole lot of die, right? Okay, we got a low number. That's pretty good. Became a 5, so it's got to go over here to the ray gun. I guess I might as well. It could be a 1. It was not a 1. Okay, is there any way we could kill him this turn? Probably not without the auto roll. Ooh. Could use this twice. Get a 5. Do this, we get a 5. Shield. Do not kill him, that's really bad. He's gonna hurt us a lot. Why'd you do it in that order? That seemed like the wrong order. Okay, that one's locked. Well, if we do this, it kills though. Okay, we do have the auto roll for the next guy. That's not a whole lot of dice, not gonna lie. Start with this. Turn it into a 3. Do I want a 3 shield or do 2 damage plus 3, so 5? What do you do? Two-handed sword. Holy, that's powerful attack. This is going here. I think I block and heal. But we could have done 10 more damage there if I didn't block or heal. Holy, 11 damage in 1 hit? That's way too much. Alright, let's start with that. Comes at 3. 3 shield. The ray gun once. Do this. We got a 1. Okay, well. Alright, he rolled pretty low this time. He did get a 2 though, so he does get to curse us. That's an unfortunate thing. Are we gonna be able to kill? Oh, that failed. That's really bad. We had a lot more damage if that didn't fail. Do I do this? This would be a good situation where the Plasma Blaster would need to be upgraded, and I think we would have a good chance of winning here. Otherwise, I could do this, do 3 damage, and hope that I roll a 5 or a 6, which I think is my best play. We rolled a 1. Do 5 damage. Plus, yeah, okay, that's a kill. That's close. I think we were in a decent spot, even if we... I mean, could he have killed us? I don't think he could have actually killed us. Okay, we leveled up. Madison. We have not seen this boss. I feel like the other boss, the Alfei, was a lot easier. I'm 12 years old and I'm here to make sure you lose. Okay, what do you do? Campfire. 1 damage, burn a dice, add 1 fire each use. But it seems to only be usable once per turn. So we don't want a long fight against you, preferably. Pocket knife. +1. Repeat next action. So she's trying to repeat the campfire, probably. Okay, 2 5s. One should get used there. Might as well do that. Okay, well, that's probably as unlucky as we could have gotten, but it is what it is. Ooh, she had enough to double the campfire turn 1. Jeez. And it didn't even do enough damage. We're rolling a lot of dice. I can do 1 more. Hey, we hit a jackpot. Nice. We'll see what we want to do with that jackpot. Do I want to reroll a 3? Let's do that. Bump it up to a 3 so we can shield. We can't really do anything with either of these 1s, huh? Take that, bump it up. Lucky shot or regenerate. We go back to full health. I think we want to do damage. Oh my gosh, she gets to double the campfire again. But we do have our auto roll. Let's go ahead and do that. I think 5s just immediately get used on Plasma Blaster. Do this first. We get a 4. 4 can be used in a few different ways. So we make that a 3. I think we're gonna eat all this damage. Make that into a 2 and shield. Do I use that 4? I probably do. If I just lucky shot, she's probably dead next turn no matter what. That's a lot of 6s. She can double campfire again. She got the double campfire every single turn. That's kind of crazy. But we do have auto roll, which probably just wins it no matter what. Five gets used here. I think we just do that. Alright, now we get to spin the wheel. I can't wait to see that it's the exact same thing it always is. Crazy, it was the same spin as always. But you do take home a secret bonus prize. An expired 50% off voucher for your local pizza restaurant. Alright, we now unlock the inventor as well. Yeah, the robot was weird. We almost died immediately because I was not understanding how to play the robot very well. I don't know if I like that mechanic or not. It was a little bit annoying. If you didn't have the auto roll, it was tough to get a good hand. Like, it seemed like at the very end of your hand, a lot of times you're just wasting a die. Because we only had the one card that couldn't, or the one equipment that couldn't be affected by errors, right? Which, maybe there's more pieces of equipment that can't be affected by errors, and then we'd be in a better spot. Like, if we had 2 Buster Swords instead of the Plasma Blaster, that would have been infinitely better, right? But it didn't happen. But I did find the robot pretty fun. Like I said, we'll probably be back to Yu-Gi-Oh! Here soon. But we might come back to this game at some point. It's a fun little game. It seems like there's a lot that we would have to do, right? We'd have to do a lot of runs to get through this game, because we're beating the first episode of 6 with the first 3 characters, so we'd have to do a lot of different runs to actually make any progress. But the game was fun. I don't regret playing it at all. So that's going to do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Alrighty, well, like I said, I think we're probably just going to leave it shorter today. And we'll be back on probably Monday with Yu-Gi-Oh! The new season should be out, and oh, I just realized, like, as you unlock more characters, she has more of them in her hand, so I assume that, or maybe as you beat the first episode, because I don't think this was the robot before, right? Or am I crazy? I don't know, I'd have to look back in the video, honestly, to see if it was the robot before. But maybe as you, because there are 6 characters, right? It makes sense that they all turn into the characters that they play as. But yeah, we should be back on Monday with Yu-Gi-Oh! Hopefully they will have announced the new cards by then, so then maybe we could think about what deck we're going to want to play coming up. I think it's very likely if they announce Branded, I'll probably... I don't know if I'll actually play Branded, but I'll probably try and fit it into at least Draco Tail and Elf Note, and then we'll see what else we want to try from there. But anyways, that's going to do it for today. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye!